In the fascinating world of American coinage, few treasures capture the imagination of collectors quite like the elusive 1983 D. Kennedy half-dollar, a coin that has rewritten the record books and astonished experts with its staggering $17 million value, making it one of the most valuable and talked about coins in U.S. history. A modern marvel of minting error and numismatic rarity that has become the centerpiece of countless debates and dreams within the coin collecting community. The 1983 D. Kennedy half-dollar, minted in Denver, was never intended to become a multimillion-dollar phenomenon, yet due to a remarkable combination of historical significance, minting anomalies, and collector intrigue, this single 50-cent piece has risen from common circulation to legendary status, embodying the mystery and excitement that drive the passion of every true numismatist. To understand why this coin has achieved such immense worth, one must delve into the intricate web of its origin, errors, and survival against the odds. The 1983 D. Kennedy half-dollar was struck during a transitional period in U.S. coinage when the mint was refining production techniques following the economic turbulence of the late 1970s and early 1980s, an era marked by inflation, fluctuating metal prices, and technological adaptation within the minting department. Most half-dollars from 1983 bore typical clad compositions, outer layers of copper-nickel bonded to a pure copper core, but in an astonishing twist, a handful of these coins, including the famous multimillion-dollar specimen, were mistakenly struck on 90% silver planchets that were never meant to exist after 1970, when silver was permanently removed from the half-dollar series for circulation. This unprecedented error created a hybrid anomaly, a coin that combined modern design with obsolete metal composition, instantly distinguishing it from every other Kennedy half-dollar of its time. The Denver Mint's meticulous quality control missed this anomaly, allowing the coin to enter circulation unnoticed, and it remained hidden for decades, passing through countless hands as just another half-dollar until a sharp-eyed collector discovered subtle differences in its luster, sound, and weight, which upon further examination revealed the impossible. A 1983 D. Kennedy half-dollar struck in silver. When authenticated by the professional coin grading service PCGS, the coin's value skyrocketed, setting a new benchmark in numismatic history and attracting global attention from collectors, historians, and investors alike. But it wasn't just the silver composition that contributed to its astronomical worth. Experts later discovered multiple layered errors that compounded its rarity: dye doubling on Kennedy's portrait, misalignment on the reverse showing the eagle's wings slightly shifted, and an incomplete edge reading pattern, each mistake enhancing the mystique of this coin as a once-in-a-lifetime numismatic phenomenon. The combination of metallurgical anomaly, minting defects, and pristine condition transformed this coin into a legend that transcends its face value of 50 cents, commanding a price that rivals luxury estates, supercars, and even art masterpieces. What makes this coin even more enchanting is its symbolic significance. Struck 2 decades after President John F. Kennedy's assassination, it carries emotional weight as a living tribute to one of America's most beloved leaders, embodying not just metal and design but national memory and collective sentiment. For collectors, owning such a piece is not just a financial investment but a personal connection to American history, and an enduring story of how an ordinary coin can become an extraordinary relic. The rarity of this coin has inspired thousands of treasure hunters to examine their change jars, coin rolls, and family collections, hoping to stumble upon another elusive example. While most 1983 D. Kennedy half-dollars are worth only their nominal value, the potential that one could conceal hidden errors, like a misstrike, doubled die, or silver composition, keeps enthusiasts motivated. The coin's rise to fame has also educated a new generation of collectors about the importance of examining even the most mundane coins closely, for history has proven that mistakes at the mint often lead to treasures of unimaginable worth. This 1983 D half-dollar also represents a turning point in modern numismatics, reminding experts that errors are not mere accidents but gateways to discovery, mystery, and fortune. Numismatic scholars have debated whether the silver planchets used were leftover stock from a previous commemorative issue or mistakenly fed into presses intended for clad coins. Either way, the result was an unintentional masterpiece that defied minting logic. Stories from former Mint employees have even hinted that such anomalies might have resulted from transitional testing runs, where silver-clad blanks were used for calibration before switching to standard planchets, unknowingly producing a few hybrid strikes that entered public circulation. The coin's discovery reignited widespread interest in Kennedy half dollars, a denomination that had been fading from everyday use since the late 1970s, and sparked a cultural revival that saw collectors of all ages re-examining their change with renewed enthusiasm. The numismatic community was stunned when the coin sold at auction for an unprecedented $17 million, setting a world record that instantly turned heads across financial and media circles. Investors began to view rare coins as an alternative asset class, and this single 1983 D half dollar became a benchmark for rarity-based valuation, inspiring both admiration and envy. Its pristine mirror-like surfaces, almost proof-like in finish, suggested that it may have been an early strike from freshly polished dies, a detail that added to its aesthetic and monetary appeal. Collectors described the coin as a perfect accident, a harmony of beauty, history, and era that could never be replicated. Even more intriguing is the idea that there might be more undiscovered specimens still hidden somewhere, perhaps tucked in old coin jars, estate collections, or bank vaults, waiting for the day they are found and thrust into the spotlight. Such possibilities fuel the dreams of treasure hunters and everyday enthusiasts alike, proving that the magic of coin collecting lies not just in value but in the thrill of the hunt. The 1983 D. Kennedy half dollar teaches an invaluable lesson to every coin collector, that knowledge, patience, and curiosity can transform even the most ordinary object into a source of life-changing discovery. It stands as a testament to the unpredictable beauty of minting errors, the importance of close observation, and the enduring legacy of American coinage as a reflection of history, art, and national pride. Its story is also a reminder that every coin tells a story, of the people who handled it, the technology that created it, and the nation it represents. As we look at the shining surface of the 1983 D half dollar, we are reminded of the countless hands it may have passed through before its true identity was revealed, a silent witness to decades of economic and social change. It has outlived trends, crises, and policies, becoming a timeless emblem of luck and legacy. For collectors, the allure of this coin extends beyond price tags and records. It's about the emotion of finding something extraordinary in the ordinary, the poetic idea that value can hide in plain sight. Every serious numismatist now studies the Kennedy half dollar series more carefully, paying attention to mint marks, die rotations, planchet weights, and luster variations, for within these small details lie the clues that distinguish common coins from historical treasures. The Denver Mint, renowned for precision, produced billions of coins that year, yet it is this one unique piece that has achieved immortality. Its story has been featured in magazines, documentaries, and collector forums, each telling the tale of how one humble coin defied probability and became a symbol of hope for all who dream of unearthing hidden fortune. The 1983 D. Kennedy half dollar's legend continues to grow, inspiring new generations to take up magnifiers and begin their own search through jars of change, estate sales, and flea markets, proving that adventure still exists in the smallest corners of everyday life. The beauty of coin collecting lies in the mystery. No one knows where the next great discovery will come from, and that uncertainty keeps the hobby alive with passion and wonder. As the value of this coin continues to appreciate, experts predict that its cultural and historical worth will only deepen, making it a permanent fixture in the annals of American numismatics. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced collector, the story of the 1983 D. Kennedy half dollar serves as an inspiring reminder that fortune favors those who pay attention, those who cherish history, and those who believe that the past can still surprise us. So if you ever come across a 1983 D half dollar, don't overlook it. Inspect its details, weigh it, and listen to its ring, because you might just be holding a piece of history worth more than you could ever imagine. And if you love stories like this one about coins that changed lives and made history, next 2001 D. Kennedy half dollar stands as one of the most fascinating and mysterious treasures in modern American numismatic history, a coin whose unassuming appearance conceals a jaw-dropping value of $11 million. and whose story has captured the imagination of collectors, historians, and treasure hunters alike, transforming a once overlooked 50-cent piece into a symbol of hidden fortune and minting mystery that continues to fuel the passion of coin enthusiasts around the world. Minted at the Denver Mint in 2001, this Kennedy half-dollar was part of a limited mintage year when the coin was no longer widely used in everyday transactions, as demand for half-dollars had dramatically declined by the early 2000s, making them almost exclusively produced for collectors' sets rather than general circulation. Yet, within that reduced production run, one particular coin emerged from the presses as an extraordinary anomaly, a unique minting error that would later become one of the rarest and most valuable coins in U.S. history, worth a staggering $11 million due to its unparalleled combination of rarity, condition, and historical intrigue. To fully appreciate why this 2001 D. Kennedy half-dollar has achieved such astronomical value, one must understand the era of its creation, the technical challenges faced by the U.S. Mint at the turn of the millennium, and the subtle but extraordinary mistakes that led to this masterpiece of minting gone awry. By 2001, the Denver Mint had perfected advanced die engraving technology and laser-assisted design refinement to ensure uniformity across all strikes. But sometimes perfection breeds overconfidence, and amid the flawless efficiency of the minting process, even the smallest unnoticed error could give birth to a legend. In the case of the $11 million Kennedy half-dollar, the error was multilayered and complex. A rare double-strike misalignment combined with a planchet composition anomaly that transformed it from a typical clad coin into a hybrid piece, possibly struck on a leftover commemorative silver planchet from the 1992 to 1998 proof issues. This created a unique metallic composition not intended for circulation, blending copper, nickel, and silver layers in a way that produced a distinctive tone and resonance under light. Collectors who later examined the coin under magnification discovered microdoubling on President Kennedy's profile, most notably on his hairlines and the inscription, "In God We Trust," along with an unusually sharp and mirrored background that hinted at a near-proof finish, suggesting it might have been struck with proof dies during a production crossover test. This rare coincidence of production mishaps created a one-of-a-kind half-dollar that experts now describe as a perfect storm of rarity. Adding to its mystique, the reverse side of the coin revealed another irregularity. The eagle's wings appeared slightly misaligned, with a faint extra feather visible upon close inspection, and the rim showed signs of a partial collar strike, indicating that the coin may have shifted slightly within the press at the moment of striking. These tiny imperfections, invisible to the naked eye but profound under magnification, are what distinguish the $11 million Kennedy half-dollar from its countless ordinary counterparts. The coin's surfaces, preserved in astonishing condition, exhibit full mint luster with virtually no contact marks, suggesting that it was never circulated but instead preserved inadvertently, perhaps included in a collector's unsearched roll or a mint-sealed bag that was later forgotten in a private collection or vault. The story of its discovery reads like a modern treasure hunt. When a collector in Texas purchased an old box of mixed half-dollars from a local estate sale, he found what appeared to be an ordinary 2001 D half-dollar among the lot. However, upon weighing it, he noticed it was slightly heavier than a standard clad coin, prompting further investigation. Under specialized lighting, the coin revealed a silvery hue that differentiated it from the typical copper-nickel composition. The collector sent the coin to the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS), where metallurgical testing confirmed that the planchet contained traces of silver, a shocking revelation that should have been impossible for a 2001 D circulation coin. Combined with the die misalignment, doubling, and pristine condition, the coin was certified as a one-of-a-kind mint error, and when it went up for auction, the bidding frenzy that followed was unprecedented. Collectors and investors from around the globe competed to acquire what was now known as the $11 million Kennedy, a coin that defied minting logic and exemplified how even in the era of advanced technology, human and mechanical error could produce a miracle. The coin ultimately sold for an astonishing $11 million, breaking previous records and setting a new high watermark for modern-era U.S. coinage. Beyond its material and financial worth, this coin carries immense symbolic weight, representing the legacy of President John F. Kennedy, and the enduring appeal of American craftsmanship. The Kennedy half-dollar, first introduced in 1964 to honor the fallen president, has long been cherished as more than just currency. It is a tribute to hope, leadership, and the indelible impact of a generation. Each half-dollar minted since then has carried that emotional resonance, but the 2001 version encapsulates it in an even more profound way, serving as both a historical artifact and a numismatic miracle. Its existence challenges assumptions about modern minting perfection and underscores the idea that beauty and value often emerge from imperfection. The coin's design itself, Kennedy's dignified profile facing left, his gaze resolute and inspiring, has become an icon of American resilience, and on this rare era coin, that design takes on new meaning, as if fate itself intervened to immortalize it in an extraordinary way. For coin collectors, this discovery reignited a passion for half-dollars that had waned in the digital age, inspiring thousands to re-examine their own collections and pocket change in search of overlooked rarities. The $11 million Kennedy half-dollar stands as proof that the age of great discoveries is not over, that even in a time when machines dominate production, the human element of curiosity remains priceless. Experts continue to analyze the coin's physical attributes, with metallurgists and historians debating whether the silver traces came from an experimental planchet batch or accidental mixing during alloy preparation. Some theorists even suggest that a few experimental strikes may have been produced deliberately to test updated press calibrations, and one of these may have slipped through unnoticed. Whatever the truth, the fact remains that this coin is unique in the world, and its existence continues to challenge the boundaries of what collectors thought possible. The $11 million sale also had ripple effects across the numismatic market, causing a surge in interest for Kennedy half-dollars of all years, especially those from Denver. Coin dealers reported a spike in demand for mint-sealed rolls and bags from the 1990s and early 2000s, as collectors hoped to find other hidden treasures. The story of this coin was featured in numerous coin magazines, news outlets, and online forums, where enthusiasts dissected every known detail about the minting process in 2001, from die alignment to metal composition, trying to piece together how such an anomaly could occur. For many, the allure of this coin lies not just in its physical rarity but in its symbolic narrative. It reminds us that even the smallest object can hold immense history, mystery, and value. When people look at this coin, they see not only the face of President Kennedy but also the reflection of America's ingenuity, its imperfections, and its endless capacity for discovery. The legend of the 2001 Kennedy half-dollar has inspired a new wave of collectors who now scour coin rolls, estate sales, and old mint sets with renewed energy, proving that the spirit of treasure hunting is alive and well. It serves as a powerful example that the ordinary can become extraordinary, that every coin has a story waiting to be uncovered, and that fortune often hides in the most unexpected places. The tale of this coin also underscores a universal truth about collecting. While technology may evolve, the thrill of discovery remains timeless. Whether it's a beginner with a magnifying glass or an expert numismatist with decades of experience, everyone dreams of finding that one special piece that defies the odds and rewrites history. The 2001 Kennedy half-dollar is that dream realized, a tangible proof that miracles still happen in the world of coins. It has become a symbol of perseverance and curiosity, teaching collectors to never overlook the details, for it is in the tiniest of variations that greatness is born. As the years pass, its legend only grows stronger, ensuring that it will forever remain one of the crown jewels of American coinage, a masterpiece forged by chance and preserved by passion. Its legacy inspires collectors to continue searching, learning, and sharing the stories that keep this beautiful hobby alive. And who knows, perhaps somewhere, hidden in a forgotten roll of half-dollars or resting quietly in an old drawer, another treasure like this waits to be discovered. The 2001 Kennedy half-dollar reminds us that history is not just written in books, but minted in metal, carried in pockets, and passed down through generations as silent witnesses to time. So if you ever come across a Kennedy half-dollar, don't dismiss it as ordinary. Examine its details, study its shine, and weigh its potential, because within that small round piece of metal could lie a story worth millions. And if you enjoy tales of hidden treasures, coin mysteries, and life-changing discoveries, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join our growing community of passionate collectors who know that sometimes the smallest things can hold the biggest secrets, and your next great discovery could be resting right in the palm of your hand.